We might have thought the topic could linger for a while. We might have thought a decision would not have to be made for a few more weeks. But there's no reason to delay it any further. There's no reason to whisper about it or even avoid it, to worry about there being an issue that could disrupt the Georgia team. So here it is. Jake Fromm needs to be the starting quarterback for the Georgia Bulldogs, period. The question is simple. How in the world can Georgia take Fromm out now? Now, count me as one who wanted to wait on Jacob Eason to return and to let him show what he could do as the starter. But it's just not necessary. Georgia might have simply found someone better. The longer this Georgia winning streak lasts, the harder it's going to be for Georgia to turn the job back to Eason. And even if something crazy happens Saturday night in Knoxville, it doesn't matter. Fromm has showed us all what we've needed to know, and that is that he has and should replace an incumbent starter. It didn't take Fromm long to get the offense going last Saturday night. The first play of the night for Georgia was the flea flicker, and Fromm did his part with a great pass to Terry Godwin for a 59-yard touchdown pass. How long has it been since Georgia's offense had a wow moment? It was the best one since Kirby Smart took over as head coach, and it was the best one since Jim Chaney took over as the offensive coordinator. The game was basically over right then and there. Well, then the Georgia defense took over, and the game was really over. All Fromm had to do then was to not mess up, to simply not give Mississippi State a chance to get any momentum. He really couldn't have been any better, simply doing his job and helping Georgia put more points on the board. Fromm was perfect in the first half. Perfect. How many freshman quarterbacks can go 8 for 8 in passing attempts in a nationally televised game between two undefeated teams? Mississippi State was supposed to have a great defense, and Fromm just stared them down with no fear. He might have been held back by the Georgia coaches a bit in the other cash-for-clunker games, but facing this supposed tough defense, Fromm played like a veteran who has been around for years. There's just something about this kid. He's not the best quarterback who ever played at Georgia. He's not Matthew Stafford, but Fromm has the intangibles to make you feel confident nothing is too big for him. The game in South Bend against Notre Dame didn't faze him, and neither did his first SEC opener in Athens Saturday night. It's the composure that's so impressive. He not only looks the part, Fromm simply has the confidence that you rarely see from a freshman quarterback. Last year, Eason looked like a kid from Washington who needed more work. That's normal. This year, Fromm just looks like he deserves more playing time. And he has no business being on those sidelines. Eason could be ready to return this week in Knoxville, but how does Smart replace Fromm? And again, I was in favor of that happening, at least until Saturday night when Fromm put on a show, and a huge game for this program. It just makes no sense to make a change now, with Fromm doing what he's doing. Sure, the defense is the story of this team. If Georgia does anything special this season, it will likely be to a stifling defense. But forget about there being a controversy on offense. Fromm answered that question on Saturday night.